what will it be like to walk with the Lord? In Revelation, we see that there will be no need for the sun because the earth will be illuminated with God's glory. But what will that be like in heaven, being with the Lord? What could we expect or maybe look forward to in our communion and fellowship with God himself?
Yeah, Revelation 22 says, his servants will serve him, and we shall see his face. Okay, so you got all those Old Testament passages. Remember, no one can see God at any time. I mean, it's like you'll be struck dead. You know, so what was the guy's name? Uzzah, that touched the ark of the covenant to keep it from falling, and he struck dead. All he's trying to do is to keep the ark from falling, but no, because that was sacred. That was you, and Moses on the mountaintop. God says, "I will show you my glory, but I can't let you see me completely because it would kill you." Well, then we're promised we shall see his face. What does that mean? Well, that means that he has made him to be sin for us, he who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him. We will be able to look at the face of God, and certainly the face of the risen Jesus, and that's because there will be no more sin in us. And so that will be the single greatest thing about having nothing between us and God. Remember in the garden where he would walk with them in the cool of the day, but then now they've sinned, they've eaten the forbidden fruit, and now they're hiding themselves because they're naked, and all of this complicated stuff. Well, God will walk with us in the new earth. God will dwell with us in the new earth. He will come down and bring heaven down to earth. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, the most prayed prayer in human history, right? The Lord's Prayer. And that prayer will be answered one day. His will be done on earth, a sanctified, redeemed new earth. And we'll live with him there, but to just gaze on him, look at him, be with him. I'll tell you this, since Nancy died, and even before she died, the greatest gift in my life that I have felt strongest is the friendship of Jesus. Do you remember in John 15 where he says, he says to his disciples, "No longer do I call you servants," because a servant doesn't even know what his master's doing often. "I call you friends, and I'm going to tell you what my plan is." Jesus calls us friends. Jesus wants to be your friend. Jesus wants to be my friend. And I'm telling you, the friendship of Jesus, the closeness that I feel, my earthly best friend Nancy is no longer here. But he is here. Jesus is here. He is with me here. He is with her there. We're both with our best friends, and then our second best friends we're apart from right now. But that one day will change and change forever. But I mean, honestly, to be with God, and if you have this stereotype of heaven being this boring, dull place, you don't understand who God is. God is the creator of creativity. He is the source of all goodness, the source of all joy, and we could never be bored in his presence, and we never will be bored in his presence. And that's one of the greatest things I looked forward to about heaven, to see his face, to be with him in all purity, to never have to worry about sin again, to never sin again, to never want to sin again, to never want to sin again. Will that be a great place?